I used to think that wellness was for other people. It seemed to involve expensive green juices, spotless yoga studios, and an unshakable, serene disposition that I just couldn't muster. My life felt too messy, too busy, too ordinary for such a polished pursuit. I'd read articles and books, feeling a surge of motivation, only to have it fizzle out within days. The all-or-nothing approach was my downfall. The breakthrough came when I decided to abandon perfection altogether. I began to experiment with tiny habits. Things so manageable they felt almost silly. I became a scientist in the laboratory of my own life. My mornings used to be a frantic sprint. The alarm would blare. My mind would immediately start racing through my to-do list. Then I stumbled upon my own version of the 1-minute rule. Before checking my phone, before even getting out of bed, I would simply sit up, look out the window, and take 3 slow, deep breaths. It was so small, so manageable, that there was no excuse not to do it. In that minute, I noticed things I'd ignored. The color of the sky, the sound of birds. Find your own 1-minute anchor. Make it so easy you can't say no. This small act can reframe your morning, shifting you from frantic reactivity to calm control, all before the day has begun. My relationship with food has always been complicated. I would try to follow strict diets, counting calories, or eliminating entire food groups. This approach always ended in failure. The shift came when I decided to ditch the complex rules and adopt a simple visual guideline: eat more color. This wasn't about restriction, it was about addition. My goal was no longer to avoid bad foods, but to actively seek out good ones. I started thinking about my plate as a canvas. Could I add some red from a tomato or bell pepper, some green from spinach or broccoli, some orange from a carrot, some purple from cabbage? This new habit was incredibly easy to integrate because it was flexible. If I was having pasta, I could add spinach and tomatoes. Start with 1 meal a day. Before you eat, ask yourself, how can I add 1 more color to this plate? For years, I believed that for a walk to count, it had to be a serious endeavor. 30 minutes long, briskly paced in proper athletic attire. The pressure I put on it meant I often didn't do it. The walk became all-or-nothing thinking. My perspective changed when I redefined the purpose of my walk. I created a new habit, the 5-minute sensory walk. The goal was not exercise. The goal was to step outside and engage my senses for 5 minutes. No rules about pace or distance. The only instruction, pay attention. What could I see? A leaf's intricate pattern, an ant scuttling, clouds drifting across the sky. What could I hear? Distant traffic, a bird chirping, wind rustling through trees. This was active mindfulness, a break from staring at a screen, a reset button for my brain. Set a timer for 5 minutes and leave your phone behind, during a coffee break, while water boils, or just before you leave for the day. My days used to end in a blur. I would work right up until the last possible moment, then rush into dinner, chores, family time, with my mind still buzzing with unfinished tasks. To solve this, I created a habit I call the closing ceremony, a simple 2-minute ritual at the end of the workday. First, I write the 1 or 2 most important tasks for tomorrow. Then I tidy one small part of my workspace. I might straighten papers, wipe down my keyboard, or put away pens. This ritual is a psychological full stop. It draws a clear line between work and evening. Design your own closing ceremony. Maybe shut down your computer with finality, change out of work clothes, or play a specific song. The key? Make it consistent. Create that boundary and gift yourself a truly restful evening. My journey toward wellness has not been a straight line. A meandering path of experiments, false starts, and small, quiet discoveries. Transformation doesn't arrive in a single dramatic moment. It is built brick by brick through the ordinary actions we choose to repeat every day. These are not revolutionary ideas. They are simple, almost mundane. But their power lies not in their novelty, but in their consistency. They are the small hinges that swing the big doors of our well-being. The secret is to release the pressure for perfection. Your wellness journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It doesn't require a huge budget or complete schedule overhaul. It only requires a willingness to start small and be kind to yourself. I encourage you to see your life as a happiness project, a laboratory where you can test what works for you. What is the smallest possible change you can make today that might make you feel just a little bit better? Start there. These tiny habits are expressions of self-respect. Each time you choose 1 minute for stillness, you are sending a message. I am worthy of care. The positive effects compound quietly, until one day you realize your life feels richer, calmer, and more joyful than before. So, begin today. Not tomorrow, not next Monday. Choose one small, ridiculously easy habit and give it a try. Your happiest, healthiest life is not a distant destination to be reached. It is a path to be walked, one small, intentional step at a time. And it is waiting for you to begin.